about how it can be implemented, about the guidelines. And I'm waiting for him to join, to be honest, right now. So this is mine. I pass it on to Ramin.
Hey guys, I'm here to sync up with the team and have a plan for the 15th March release. Thank you. I pass it to Cherik.
Thank you, Romain. Hello, everybody. Good morning. My intention is to talk about the responsiveness and find out which bugs found in the test party and know the release plan. And I haven't any distractions. I pass it to Mateo.
Hey guys, good evening. No distractions. Basically, I left a PR with the edit and removal of the product updates. Ramin left a review there. I have to make a couple of little changes that he left. Besides that, really interested on listening to Mo about the responsiveness guidelines. That sounds really great. And yeah, after that, I want to work on those details before the release. I'll pass it to Pedro.
So I'm just here to sync up after coming back from my vacation and to see how can I help into the launching day. And the distraction is that I'm currently driving, but everything besides that, everything's fine. I will pass to Mohammed.
Thanks. Hello, guys. Last week I was mainly working on fixing the issues for the release and make some improvements for front-end use and do some features parallel for adding organization and something like that, organization tokens, and make it more usable. And I don't have any distraction. My intention is to see what should we do to make a great release. I pass it to Ami.
Hello everyone. I'm here to sync up and see what's needed, and I implemented a few things on the backend and front end of Giveth devs version 2 this week, and Churik has I think the rest of the thing is to merge the Give economy to this project. Yeah, I'm up for fixing any issue that block us from the release. That's it. I pass it to Pedro.
Pedro went, I think.
Yeah.
I pass it on to Lauren.
Cool. Thanks. I mean, yeah, my intentions are really just to listen in and hang out. I'm working on some other things at the same time, so I'm a little bit distracted by that, but also just here to absorb. I'll pass it to Ashley.
Okay. Hey, I'm here just to kind of sync up and maybe talk about some stuff for the give back scripts I wanted to talk to Mohammed about maybe, and then just kind of touch base maybe about this testing party. I was thinking of inviting some project owners and local people here who use Giveth to my house to do some testing maybe on Tuesday, and how we could align with the devs for what would be best time for you guys to be around, and maybe some documentation to give them so that they know the best way that they can test. So that's my intention, and I don't have any distractions, and I'm not sure who went already and who hasn't.
I think Paolo's in which here.
Okay, I'll go. GM, everyone. Yeah, I'm here to really catch up and sync up again. Last week I wasn't as productive as I wanted, so I have a few PRs open. I'm gonna finish today, and yeah, push it hard for this next sprint and for the release. No distractions anymore, and yeah, I'll pass it to Mitch.
Thanks. I'm just here to listen in. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, so I probably won't talk very much, but just here to listen. I'll pass it back to Monique.
Mo, would you please?
Okay, so this week I'm working on the GitHubber. I'm here to also take a quick overview. I mean, give you an overview about how to use the responsive guides, and yeah, that's it. I'm also continue working on the responsive design. Okay, I think I'm done. I can pass it back to you, Monique.
Thank you. If you let us please sum up with the current issues that we have. I just want to make sure that everyone knows the priority, and after that, I will get back to you. So, guys, let me show you about the Notion. This is the Notion. I just want to make sure every of you have the link. As I can see, there are lots of issues solved and get the checkbox, or at least in the QA. But some of them are, missing here. I think the issues that was related to Amin is not checked here, and it's in progress. I know. I can search in the name of the project owners are created after the test party we had on Thursday, and I assigned it to Carlos today.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that we can make it. And you have the issue number, Carlos?
126, I think. 1 second.
Bit late. And filter by trace is not working. Is work in progress by Amin. Giving hard interviewing not working by Amin. Also, we also actually shared the issue about prompt users, prompting users before giving cards. Prompting the signature.
Sorry, giving card issue is numbers different. No?
Excuse me.
122, or there is another one.
Which one you were mentioning?
Giving heart issue.
100. You said that it's 100.
22. I see. Well, let's see. And the mentioned here 74.
Prompt user to sign. This is no one. I created today. No, Ashley's created. I just assigned it today to you. So do you know that the flow was the flow? We have a model that before any signature, we should show it to the user that, hey, we need you to sign your wallet.
I know. Yeah. It works when user wallet is not connected. That causes issue. Otherwise, it's working right now as far as I see.
I just let me test it not right now. When I
if you are not signing, it shows the prompt.
For example, I'm here. I sign out and revoke the token. So I'm signed out right now. So when I want to give hearts, nothing happens. And I connected my wallet. This is what we're talking about.
Okay.
And 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 about this total trace dimensions, I think Ramin had a PR. Ramin, is it merged or it's in code review? Finally get on this.
No, as I told you, it's a merge and review and ready.
So what about the latest QAing problem that I reported to you lately?
As I told you, it was okay. It was on the database. The project that specific project you mentioned, the total trace donations was exactly 50 on the database. So
okay.
I'm just checking on the data. Yeah.
So I make
What
it
you can
shift.
check
Okay. So Pedro, you're happy that you're back. You're absent. We assigned some issues to you. One is that you're already worked on it. That is search inside the donation. I think that you was working on it with Carlos. This one, issue 113.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look on this during the lecture here on Brazil, and probably something that I messed up, and I can correct it to the login, no problem.
Thank you. And this splitting and editing is done, and it's in review. The verification model, I think it's done. You put, but it's in code review. I think code review by Cherry. This verification model was Ramin. No, it's assigned it to Ramin. It's not assigned to you. I think that we can skip transact for this version, and it has lots of problem, and we didn't follow it up. I think after the region forms and the new version, we can have it as a new feature. And for the rest, I think this issue is solved right now. Am I right, Rami? Ask the user to complete the profile before it's in code review.
which issue?
87. That was prevents the user to go to onboarding after creating a click on this.
I sent a pull request and I asked Cherik to review it.
So it was waiting for Cherik. And okay, guys, we need some tough queuing on the remaining issues. I appreciate if you find time, please go to this. Also the contents, also the general purpose pages, which has contents, needs your queuing. And the rest of these list is responsiveness. So all the issues are assigned to people. And Pedro, for information, for the single project view, I assign it to you, public and also the project owner view. The responsiveness is assigned it to you. And for my account part and, and edit profile, which part of the application that you has already worked on it, the responsiveness is assigned to you. And I think all of you know about it. So I think Mo can start. Mo, do you want to share your screen, or I, do it and follow it?
Let me try. Either it works or it's going to crash. As simple as that. Okay, so. Can you see my screen?
It's loading for me. It's loading.
It's even loading on my side. I don't know why. Okay, maybe it's not working.
Okay, I can share and follow you. So this is my screen, and where are you? I can't see you even in the Figma. Well, can see Cherik, Rami.
Okay. Can you see me, Monique?
Oh, Cherik, Rami. Let me refresh. Do I have to refresh or?
Maybe I have to refresh. Just a second. Reload tab.
Because I have Rami and Cherik live here.
Yeah, okay. Just a second. Okay, I'm in there. I can see myself.
Yeah.
Can you follow me?
Try it out. Nothing happened. Observing Cherik.
Follow you know.
Uh-huh. Observing Mo. Go ahead, Mo. Please wait for it.
Okay. So, for each screen, you can see there is a tiny bar here. Not tiny, but it's here. Sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's green, but they're actually different. I'm telling why. But these are the columns that you have to follow. For example, when you see this input box here, you can see it. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 column. So if you divide the screen into 12 column, this input box should be just in the 6th column. And based on these responsive guides are break based on the devices that you may use. For example, we have this one, which is XL Floyd layout. It's for device with 1,400 dimension and upper than this size. It's basically the big desktop screens. And then we have smaller devices here, large layout, and then medium layout and small layout. And you can actually see in the title the dimension here. If you let me show it here. Can you guys see this? Yeah. For example, the small layout is for a screen bigger than 768 up to 1024. And then you can see this is for 1024 up to 1279. And for all of the screen, you can see the dimension. And if you take a look here, and on top of each responsive guide row I put the max width there. You can see this one here. When you're developing the screen, you have to make sure that you set the max width. The create project form. If you can see this, if the screen if the screen is bigger than this, the content should not expand it to the whole screen, and you just have to follow this to make sure that user can see the best view. you can see that I skip 2 column and then I start from the 3rd column, and you can see that the main content is 6 column, and then I skipped 1, as you can see here. Just let me zoom in again. There is 6 column wide main content, and then 1 column skipped, and then we have this part here, which is 3 column. So when you're developing this screen, you have to make sure that you follow the guideline and just don't add manual margin. For example, this input box here doesn't have to have manual margin left to put it here, and you have to actually put it in the right column and skip the column to have this. It's exactly like the Bootstrap responsive layout. If you have any problem, you can just go over Bootstrap website and check the documentation. It's all there, and I create everything here based on the Bootstrap to make it easier for you guys to develop these screens. And the difference between the pink and green layout is the pink one is the Floyd layout. The Floyd is exactly what Bootstrap would call them. They will expand by the user screen, but they also have the maximum width. That's not an issue. They can expand or shrink up to certain size, but they can't actually exceed the certain sizes too. And the green layout and the green one is the strict layout. It has to be the exact size, and it shouldn't be changed. And you can see this for example, this is 1280 up to 4039, which is the exact size of the screens, the minimum and maximum width of the screen that this layout should be presented in. And I think it's almost clear. I don't know if there is anything that I missed. Do you guys have any difficulty or any question that you didn't understand or I didn't say it really well?
Excuse me, Mo. Could you please explain again the green and pink, the difference between the green and pink bars?
The pink is a Floyd layout. Everything is expandable up to certain size, but a strict layout is you set a certain width and you make it center to the screen. You don't need to use percentage. You can actually use the pixel width to make it exactly the exact size in the center of the screen.
Okay.
It's exactly like Bootstrap. If you just have any problem, you can just see the Bootstrap documentation, because I think it's the best in the responsive guides there, and it's perfectly work for Bootstrap framework, and I think it can work for us too.
Yeah, and when we talk about maximum width, we consider the container maximum width, yes, not the yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the container maximum width, and everything is inside the container. For example, even here, as you can see, the submission guideline, it's a little bit out of place, but it's basically in the main container. It's not outside of the main container.
Thank you, Mo.
You're welcome. Anything else?
Sorry, Mo, I have a question, but it's not about the responsiveness. If you are done with it, I can ask it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's about input box. I asked Marco on the design channel about the difference between focused and pressed states for the input box. Marco replied me, but I didn't understand what are the differences.
The focus state and the press state is when you tap on the input box by your mouse or by tapping on the screen. It's active and it's selected, but the focus is like you didn't select it or tap on it. It's active by default. I mean, you make it active by default, or user can get to that input box by tapping on the tab key on the keyboard. That's a slight change between them. Not too much, but the press state, the press state basically is when you tap or click on an input box.
So I have to say that, Ramin, forget about the focus. Just consider pressed. Sorry, Mo. I have to say because
that's not actually necessary for now. We can live with just one state. Either are working, and no problem.
Yeah, it's for all front end guys. Just consider pressed. You know, when the user click on the an inputs, it should be, you know, with the purple border, I think, and a light shadow.
That's right.
You know, focus it's not the matter for now. So I just want to make sure that Pedro and Meto know the details of what they're assigning to them. Would you please go to my account, or if you have any questions, Pedro and Meto, would you please ask?
It's fine on my side here.
Sorry, did someone said anything? Hello.
I think he said that it's clear.
Everything is fine here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
He said that everything is fine here.
Okay. Just since you are here, Cherry, as you can see, you can actually see the difference between strict layout and float layout in this screen. You can see that everything is in the exact size. It's a little bit different for the create and edit project. That's totally different story. But here in my account, you can see the main container is a strict layout, and everything, if you follow this line, if you follow this column here to the bottom, you can see there are in everything. I mean, the main container is just within this size. It's not. It's no matter the size of the screen, it's not getting bigger than this.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
And do you want to show the mobile view of this, for example, my account?
I think the mobile view is it's totally clear because it's mobile view. It's everything is exactly this size. we don't have different sizes for the mobile view. It's exactly this. And again, if you follow the same rule here, as I mentioned, for example, I said that the whole main container is divided to 12 column. This column is 6, and this column is 6, and it's the same style for up to 1024. And no, I mean, sorry, up to this size, the small 768. But in mobile version, they both should be 12. This is 12. This is 12. This is 12. Everything is full width. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's clear. So I assuming that the front end dev don't have any questions on it, and according to our talks, the things are clear.
Sorry, Moni. Sorry to interrupt. There is only one exception in all of the Giveth design, and there is just this one exception. The header is always fluid, no matter what the container is. Either it's strict or fluid. The header, I'm talking about this tiny thing here, this one on the mobile version, or this one on the desktop version. It should be always fluid. It's we never use a strict layout for the header. It's always fluid. That's the general rule for all of the screen, no matter where you are looking. Just this exception. Okay.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you. I think it's very clear and appreciate it. It's a professional design. Also, we can say that we have a mobile version right now. It's very interesting. Maybe we can follow it up with the app, and it's going to be fantastic for both Android and iOS. And thank you. Okay, let's move to the other agenda. Ashley, you want to say something about the giving block? Are you ready right now? Sorry, give backs. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the give back script, and I just know Mohammed was in here. So one thing that we're noticing when I'm running the scripts is that it just checks to see if the project is verified at the moment of running the script, but we need to adjust it so that it's checking to make sure that it was verified within those dates or not. Does that make sense, Mohammed? This is why I didn't make an issue, because I wanted to say it out loud.
It makes sense. I know what's your concern. We can't do that with current infrastructure and data models. We should make some change. We should make some change on the impact graph, the backend of Giveth.io, and I think it's bigger than a story. It can be epic, because it has some complexities, and we should be careful about implementing this feature, because it can house some side effects.
Okay. Yeah, it's just that because when I award the badges at the beginning of the round, but we're running the scripts after those new badges have been rewarded, so it's actually including donations to projects that weren't verified during that time. Like, it's including donations from all verified projects, even if they're in the future. So like this time
Uh,
it included donations from round 5 made to projects that weren't verified until round 6. But because we're running all these scripts after those projects get their new badges, they're being included in the donations when they shouldn't be.
I can do something temporary for solving your issue. For instance, getting the project IDs that got verified recently and exclude the donations to those projects. If the number of those projects is not it's not as many that it's not much. We can do that. Just give me the project IDs and tell me that I should exclude those the donations to those projects in that period.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
it's
that
it's
makes sense.
yeah.
Also, I think like something we could do, in the meantime until we have a better solution is just in the spreadsheet, like in the current spreadsheet, I've marked all the ones in red. So, I mean, we can just manually delete them as we would any that we're recirculating. So, any flag donations, we can just flag them for now until we have a better solution, and we'll just remove them with the other flag donations in each round. But I think that, yeah, moving forward, we should come up with a solution.
Uh, yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
I can help you create meetings and talk about it, or if you can create an epic or create an issue. Maybe if you don't want to create an issue, I think we can create a group and go ahead with it.
Yeah, I can create an issue for it now that I have a better understanding of the situation. But yeah, so thanks for letting me talk about that and clarifying for me.
Thank you. I have a question. Ramin, I remember that you have a question. I'll get back to you. But please let me ask my question first. Mo, I think there is a design for giving block projects here that we're missing in the cards. For example, as you can see, Sherik implemented the new hover guidelines that you provide, and I think it's beautiful. Thank you both, Sherik and Mo. But for example, this project is giving block, but I don't have any clue that is a giving block. Right now in the next app, we have the picture down here. But if you can provide us a quick guideline on the design, I think it's essential for life.
Okay, I think it's somewhere. Okay, I have to take a look. I can't answer right now.
Metal did it on the donation page himself, as we can see here. But in the list of, I think it's not a standard way of, we don't have it. And consider that we may have other third parties. For example, Chain is in the row after that. So maybe we can say that, hey, it's not a original trace project. We imported it from a source, or it's powered by a third party. I don't know. If you can have a quick fix, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Sorry, Monique, but you were talking to me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I will just have to make sure. Okay, got it.
Thank you. And Rami, you can ask your question from Mo.
About which part?
You said that you had a question. You ask it?
Yeah, I asked.
Okay. So let's get back to the backend guys. The task of the backend guys, I'm not pretty sure that I think Mohammed is working on the infrastructure of having third parties in our backend, and Carlos also have issues related to admin bra and the recent search with the name of owner thing. But I'm not sure about the rest. If I can help you for your issues, please let me know.
Yeah, like you said, you're right. I honestly have to organize and move the cars. I haven't been doing that orderly, but yeah, I'm finishing the script for revoking the badges, like we talked in the thread. There is a draft PR, just finishing some tests, and I'll be also reviewing some PRs for admin. I put a stop to the admin bro. Let's say features that Ashley said. I'm investigating a little bit how to do them better because the admin bro is not that flexible, and I feel like it's taking a lot longer than I expected. I think we did like maybe from all the issues like 3 with Mohammed at most, but there are some that really are being stubborn to do. So yeah, that's why one of the only ones I have in progress is the date range because that's a small bug. Yeah, let's say that I'm working on 371, so you can move that one to in progress in the product backlog. And let's move 126 to the sprint backlog. That one is really easy to do. I'll just add the Postgre query.
So this also can be a hotfix. Am I right?
Create single page search donation. This is not working. I'll have to talk to Pedro. I haven't checked that card honestly. I know I did some searches and filters with him, but I'm not sure which is not working. So yeah, let me know, Pedro.
Hey Carlos, I just want to give you an update and you guys on that issue 371 for the mandatory updates. I'm realizing that this is something that's going to take a lot more coordination between different teams. Like we have comms on it, then we'll need the admin, and we have dev stuff, and maybe even need some design stuff with making sure that everything runs smoothly. So I'm going to prepare a spec document, and then I'll put it in this issue. But I think that this isn't something that you need to like really push on at the moment. It's going to take some time for us to define how this system is going to work. Because there was a lot of things that I didn't really take into consideration at first. So I just want to throw that out there and let you know.
Actually, we planned for it. Actually, I think we're in the middle of it.
Well,
and I mean, asked
it's great
for
to have it on staging right now. Excuse me, but the thing is if we implement this onto production, it will revoke all of the verified project badges that haven't given us updates in 3 months. And I think like we need some time to communicate with users, give them a chance to put updates on their projects before we just revoke their badges. So yeah, it's a lot more than what I originally thought at the beginning. So we can have it ready to implement and you guys can continue to work on it, but we need to make sure we have our bases covered with comms and some other teams in here before we actually revoke the badges.
Okay. Can we have it? Go ahead.
We can put the days in the config, so we can in the beginning after the deployment we set it to for example 200 days, and after the communicating with the project owners we can change it to 90 days, so we can implement it and deploy it to the production as well. What do you think about that?
I thought about putting like a start date. So I left like a parameter for maybe we set a date. I don't know, in 2 months from now where the process starts running. I don't know if that's also good. What do you think, Mohammed? Like for example, the date this cron job will start running will be on April 30, for example, something like that. So I added like that condition.
It's good too, but I think it's a little. It may mislead us in the future to thinking about what was the reason for this date. So putting the number of days that the user didn't update the project, I think it's it's more clear, and the communication team actually maybe change his decision to say us, hey, you should revoke the badge after 30 days. So we can change the value in the config easily. I think it's more better, but we should discuss about it later. Yeah.
It's simpler. Yeah, I'll do a
Yeah.
small change there. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Go ahead, Ashley.
So
No, I think that works fine as long as we're giving projects adequate time to put the updates before we revoke them. And so as long as that doesn't happen until we're ready, then however you guys feel is the best way to approach it, I trust you.
Thank you. So are you good with the specs that I wrote it here? Just we consider this for this issue. Let's see, it's small and doable, and after that we're gonna change it. I said that we exclude trace and giving block and other third parties project from this change, and we're not include the sending emails in this issue, and we also keep the track of changing block. So I think we can use the status reason that we have it before. Then if we change it, we change the current job, change the status. We add a status reason that it's not providing updates in 3 months. So are you guys happy with this? It's a testable small feature, and I think we had a talk about it. That is it clear for implementing and in the startup or sprint planning? I think last Monday we agreed on this aspect.
As a developer, I think it's clear enough.
Yeah.
And what do you actually, can you approve it?
Yeah, I think that those things that you brought up are good at, just start. It gives us something to work towards, like a MVP kind of, and as it evolves, we'll see if we need to add anything else, considering the other projects. So I think that looks fine for now. Thank you, guys.
Okay. No problem. And let's see what's, according to the priorities that actually provided. I think this one has the most priority here, beside the search in the title. Am I right? These two.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, because the okay, the one that actually said about the title, that you have to be really case sensitive. Oh my God, it's like I open a can of worms with the library, so it's not that simple to change.
I totally understand. Okay, thank you, guys. So I just want to make sure that the priorities is okay. These are in the sprint pipeline. These are in progress. And Carlos, we need this search inside donation and the search in the for the owner for the release. So please consider it. And let's go ahead.
The 402 that's in the sprint backlog, you assigned it to me, but I saw that Mohammed merged something, so I don't know if that's already done.
Yeah, it's on the UAT. Yeah, I moved it. Right now. You are right, Carlos.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Thanks for mentioning.
So let's see what's assigned to. Mohammed, what about the Pinata problem that you asked me to create the issue about it?
Yeah, it's the one that Carlos already said. It's on the UAT. Yeah.
So for what is assigned to you right now, I can see this one only.
Yeah, it's on the it's a big one because it's how lots of change.
Okay, I can see that there's lots of issues on the Carlos shoulder. I ask you please to help him out.
Sure. After doing my current issue, I will give a hand to Carlos.
for deadline on launching. Do you have any problem, any question, any doubts that we can't make it on March 15th? Silence means that everybody.
Do we
Go
need
ahead.
this? You mean token per project? Valid token per project issue till 15 March?
No, we don't need it. We don't need it. But the change guys are and the Giveth are following it up, and I hope that we can have it as a feature right after it. So because it's an epic, we have to finalize the issues, and we have bandwidth for the backend. So if we can do it, in parallel, I think we can make it right after the launch. And it's not related to the front end. We can do it. Any objection?
No, because that issue that I did today about it's good to discuss it here because we have a stakeholder here. Or maybe you say that the discussion is over and we should implement that. It's about sort menu in the projects view. When users sort based on traceable, only traceable project are shown. It means that it's kind of filter, not sort. I don't know whether it's acceptable behavior for stakeholders or not. It's the same for the accept token, accept give token. It's filter. That part should be changed because currently, for instance, if you say that I want a project that accept give, that we exclude only givebacks. And say, okay, these projects, because we have just only two kinds of projects, generally givebacks and not givebacks in this respect, and say, okay, exclude givebacks. And it's not sort, it's filter in practice.
Yeah.
That part should be changed. I'm just telling the backend guys that when they are doing that, consider updating that part because it needs some join in the
it's working on next.giveth.io right now. When I filter it by traceable, only traceable project is shown.
I created a PR today, and it should after Mohammed or Carlos merge them, the behavior would be the same on new application. But I'm telling that if we implement that feature will be broke, and we should change it. That's just telling, not just giving a notice.
Yeah. We had a long discussion in issues with Marco, I think, Mitch, and Lauren about that. What is that sort by mean? And in my understanding, we mixed up sort and filter up, together, and decided to sort some fields here. For example, sort by heart has a meaning. Sort by newest and oldest has a meaning. But for these two things and these three things, accept, give token, verified, and traceable, it works as a filter, and it makes sense. There are lots of pros and cons there. That should we do it as a sort by, or should we, have a behavior as a filter in here? But after all the discussion, we decided out that this works as the filter thing for verified, traceable, and accept give token. So and it's the exact thing that we have on the live and what we have on the next.giveth.io right now. So I only say that let's do it the same because the users saw it before. And if you want to have a change, it has to go in the pipeline of product development. The spec should be cleared. We then going to be designed, and after that we implement. Right now in this meeting we can't change it, I think. Okay.
Yeah. Checking Amin's PR. There's a small thing. For example, if The reason it's working on the next version is because I told Mateo that I added the traceable and giving blocks, let's just say filter and sort to both. So what Mateo is doing, yeah, it says sort by in the header, but Mateo is actually doing the GraphQL query with the filter by.
Exactly.
So that's why it's working. So it's actually filter in by traceable and ordering by created at.
Exactly.
So that's the way it's working right now. So maybe to Amin's PR, we should add the order by created at so that it doesn't show, I don't know, some weird order. That will be the only thing so that it keeps consistency. I don't know if that's
It's merged by it's sorted by project ID by default. Yeah, maybe that's cool.
Okay, by
That's
ID. Well, that works. Okay.
I see the query. The query that Impact Graph is running against the data, and it's the default. But it's cool. Yeah, I agree. We can add it. It's useful. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
I will update it.
Reviewing. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. So, actually, do we have a test party tomorrow?
Yeah, I can get some people over to do some testing tomorrow if that works with your guys' flow. I just wanted to check in and make sure that the timing to do it tomorrow would be all right. I was going to invite them over probably right after, I think about 9:30 Costa Rica time in the morning. So about 2 hours ago or so, starting tomorrow.
It's work for me.
That works. If that works for you guys, then I'll go ahead and get it moving. And then, Monique, did you have a chance to create any documentation for testers?
I will send it to you.
Okay, perfect.
It's in progress. I send it to you before you, get up in the morning.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I can get at least I can promise that I can get at least 2 people plus me, and then I think more people will come. So we should be able to get a good testing session in and get some of these issues tested. So if you want to sync up with me beforehand or something, let me know and we can get organized if you want.
So it's starting 2 hours ago from
2 hours, like an hour and a half ago or 2 hours ago, but tomorrow.
But tomorrow, it's work for me. Is it work for you guys? I'm really happy if developers can join also. But it is optional, it's not mandatory.
Well, and I don't think we need to jump in on a call. Like, I can help them on my end to make issues. We'll get one of us to be the donor, one of us to be the project owner, one of us to be the admin, and, we'll test all the things here. And
Great.
we'll just put the issues in. So I don't think we need to be in a call together, but as long as we're interacting, I think it will be more efficient that way. We wouldn't have so much time in between creating issues and getting a response and stuff.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining the call. Thank you, Ashley, for managing that test party. And guys, let's do it. Please let me know if you have problem. And I know that Cherik has some updates on the Give economy, but we can keep it for the Give economy call. And have fun.
Yeah.
And thank you.
And I want to let you guys know that when we did have the little short testing party after the community call, everybody was really stoked on the new version. So good job. And yeah, congratulations.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Monique. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.